Back to your daily dose. My name is Robert, here with my friend Jimmy Choi. We're talking all things about, hey, the big announcement, What I Didn't Say, Matthew Moore's stage play that is now becoming a film. Thankfully, incredibly, wonderfully, Jimmy Choi has agreed to play the role of David, a fitness instructor who's got a lot of skill and humor. Who I don't know. I mean, is this typecasting or a stretch? I don't know.
It's a stretch.
Perfect answer.
Yeah.
So one thing I heard you bringing up at the end of the last episode was resilience. And to me, that's something in the screenplay that Paul shows, and he's at a very different part of his journey. But yours origin story reflects, I think, a lot of Paul's origin story, right? The denial he's in, the your first couple of years. It felt like that to me.
Yeah, no, and that's absolutely true. And I was in denial for a long time. Without spoiling the movie, much longer than Paul. And I was 8 years, and I think what ultimately turned things around for me. Yeah, there's some terrible things that happened that made me make a choice, right? It's either fight or flight. And I chose to fight, which I'm grateful for now. But at the end of the day, it was a complete mindset change on how I looked at the world around me, how I looked at my situation, how I looked at the people around me, how I looked at the things that I can do and how I approached it. Right? I no longer, and it didn't come overnight. And I just want to give you one quick example of how the mindset change happened. One of the things is everybody can take a pill, right? Everybody wants to take the pill because it's easy. You pop a pill, you drink some water, and down it goes, and you set it and forget it, right? Nobody ever wanted to talk about the hard things, like the exercise, things that hurt, things that you're gonna put your body through, that hurt and that are hard to do. Nobody likes running. Let's be honest, right? Nobody. I mean, you're a marathoner, you're an ultra marathoner. I mean, you've put your dad for entire 26 miles. But nobody wants to do that, right? You did it for a reason. Nobody wants to like work on their balance. This is the hard thing, right? This is the hard thing that needs to be done. So when my mindset switched to, you know what, if I am going to live a long time and live well with this disease, I've got to stop trying to take all the easy way out, right? I got to look at all the hard things. There's a reason, and my dad has a lot of knowledge that he's passed down to me, and this is not something groundbreaking, but he's always telling me that if it's not hard, it's not worth doing, or there's a reason why it's hard is because the reward is going to be so much greater than something that's easy, right? So and I just remember that, but I didn't have that mindset shift until much later after my diagnosis. But once I've decided that I'm going to try to do the hard things, I am going to break it down, and I'm going to try to accomplish those. Then the easy things are still going to be easy, right? Yeah. But now the harder things are going to become easier because now I've prepped myself for that.
Yeah. And one of the things you said in there that I think is so important, and again, once again, is where it aligns with story. I mean, this is my work and what I do, is we go to the movies or read, books and whatever else for transformation. We love to see stories of people up against incredible odds who transform and they become something else. But that doesn't happen until, shameless plug, acceptance. That idea, right? You have to accept this thing. And by the way, when it is the immovable object, I can't, no matter what pill or anything else out there, I can't get rid of Parkinson's. That sucks. That's painful. And that hurts. It's not a one-time acceptance, right?
No.
I don't feel like having it today either. I didn't feel like having it yesterday. It's like, and yet, I mean, that's the same thing with working out. You don't go do the perfect curl and go, I'm buff for life. Guess what? Tomorrow there's another set and it's going to hurt again.
Yep. Right. It just goes the other saying, like, you can't eat one broccoli and become healthy, right? You can't say you eat healthy because you ate one piece of broccoli today. Yeah. You got to eat broccoli every day, right? But no, that's and you know what? It's true. Acceptance doesn't happen just once. It
Right.
happens over and over again because Parkinson's continues to try to. I mean, it's always there, it never leaves, right? But it's
Yeah.
not just that. Your acceptance has for yourself, but those around you also need to accept, Parkinson's as well, or whatever it is that they're dealing with. You know,
You hit something big, and I want to hit in the next episode if I can, because it's a big one about other people. So let's
yeah,
come back to that, because this is, yeah, this is going to be, stay tuned, folks.